Yeah, it was a grind out there with the wind the way it was. The golf course plays really hard when it's blowing 20. I thought I played well. All in all, a good round.
What was the toughest part about the wind for you today?
It's just really tough controlling your distance, and it's kind of swirly. It's up and down. It's not necessarily blowing a consistent direction. So just picking the right shot and committing to it was really my game plan. I thought I did it, all in all, pretty well today.
Do you focus more on keeping it low on a day like today off the tee, or what's your kind of strategy in that regard?
Yeah, if it's into the wind, for sure. It definitely, when you're playing like into the wind or any crosswinds, it's better to flight it. When it's downwind, you actually try and get it up in the air a little bit.
Was there a hole that played particularly tough today, just with the conditions, would you say? I know people were saying four was going pretty good.
Four was pretty difficult, straight into the breeze, and when I was on that hole, it was blowing pretty good in our face. Usually don't hit 4 iron in there, but it did today.
What was it yesterday?
What's that? I hit it way left, so I was in the rough punching out. I think I hit 5 iron.
How abrupt is sort of the difference between how damp it was at the beginning of the week, and then I would assume with the sun and the wind, everything looks like it's getting quicker, that things are rolling out. How much change have you noticed just in 24 hours?
Yeah, I'd say it's still fairly soft. The greens were pretty receptive. I'm sure it'll dry out a little more this afternoon, but given the morning tee time, it was pretty soft out there.
Over the years, a lot of fans, after tee-offs, have said a lot of random things out there. Out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on that, or are you just too locked in when you're there doing it that it's just...
Yeah, I don't hear too much of it. I'm sure they are, but when I'm out there, I'm just so focused on the golf.
You golf and you play in a lot of conditions. Where does wind rank as far as being a pain, with other conditions out there?
Yeah, I think wind definitely makes it the most challenging because it's hard to get your golf ball into the right spot, especially when it's a wind like today where it's a little inconsistent and really strong at times. But rain is probably more annoying because you have to do more to keep everything dry.
It seemed like some of the guys on the range early in the morning who had early morning tee times were maybe a little bit surprised at the severity or the amount of wind. Were you aware, or was there sort of talk in the locker room that today was going to maybe be what you ended up facing?
Yeah, I mean, it was ever since I walked outside, it was blowing pretty good. So I figured it was going to be like that all day. That was the forecast, so I wasn't surprised.
Okay. You were one of the guys to get an exemption here, first time coming out here. A lot of guys out here have, and then have elevated into some of the top golfers in the world. What are your recollections of that first time here and the difference from then to now?
Yeah, it's so great to see this tournament evolve over the years. It's become one of the best tournaments on tour, and I know, speaking for a lot of the guys, we really look forward to coming this week. And so it doesn't feel like 14 years ago that I played my first one, but it's been real cool to see how much better the golf tournaments got each and every year.
Do you remember nerves that first time out here, or is that you're so far past that at that point in your career? Or?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you tee it up, you got some nerves or adrenaline, but that's the best part about what we do.
And then real quickly about Joe, he's obviously a Connecticut guy. We focus on him a little bit. How much do you rely on Joe out here on a day like today with the wind, and what's it like having him on your bag on a weekly basis?
Yeah, it's great. Joe's rock solid out there, and I'm very lucky to have him on the bag.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.